Hello again. Now, there's a new campaign to integrate Lesotho with South Africa. A notice has been sent to Lesotho's National Assembly to reclaim the country's territory. The notice, which has not yet been debated in the Lesotho Parliament, apparently wants the entire Free State province, parts of KwaZulu-Natal, Mpumalanga, Northern Cape, and the Eastern Cape declared as Lesotho's territory. Mphu Liphapang from the Free Basotho Movement joins us now to shed more light on this information. Good afternoon, Ntate Liphapang. Welcome to Today on ENCA. Thank you very much for your time.
Good afternoon, sir, and welcome. And I really appreciate the opportunity that we are given as a movement.
So where is this coming from, this issue around reclaiming large parts of what is South Africa to be under the Kingdom of Lesotho?
I think it's a different phrase. It's not reclaiming the land. It's being reunited to our own land.
Okay, so my introduction was correct. It's integration of sorts.
We need to be integrated, not to reclaim, because we are saying the sovereignty of Lesotho has reached, I think, its irrelevance, because we are still wondering why should Lesotho exist as a country inside another country, even after the apartheid era. Because we think that it was more important that Lesotho existed as a country to protect the freedom fighters during the apartheid era. So since 1994, we're still wondering why we still have the borders within South Africa, which are encircling Basotho inside South Africa. So we need those borders to be abolished so that Basotho can also be free.
So what are you doing? Are you engaging with the Basotho government? Are you engaging with the South African government in terms of having these discussions about that, let's call it integration?
We have done a lot of attempts in the previous years to try and bring the Lesotho leadership on table to discuss the issue, and they have turned a deaf ear on us. So we have sent.
Have you tried with the new government? There were elections recently in Lesotho, and there's a new boss in town there.
No, we haven't. But apparently, we believe that the handover was done. So that should have been one of the issues burning on his table.
And in South Africa, you are in South Africa, as we're speaking to you from our studios in Hyde Park. Yes. Who are you engaging with in South Africa as part of your campaign for this integration?
We have embarked on different organizations. Citizen civil organizations, for instance, Operation Dudula, because you're talking to civilians to try and make sure that they understand the existence of Basotho within South Africa, not as citizens, not as foreigners. So we are now moving around. Like last week, we were in Mangaung. We were talking to the leadership of Mangaung Service Delivery Forum to try and make sure that they make a way and they support us to reach to the Premier of Free State, and also to apparently go to the Parliament of South Africa and present our issue. Yeah. Our letter is waiting there for them to call us in.
I saw that there's a notice that's been tabled for discussion in the Lesotho Parliament around this issue. Are you aware of that?
Not really. They haven't communicated anything like that with us.
Yeah, so it seems like there's another attempt that is happening, and that attempt is quoting a United Nations resolution of many years ago about the return of the land. Hence, I use the term reclaiming the land. Just yes. I wanted to clarify. So do you have an idea how many Basotho are in South Africa, numbers-wise?
We many. We are many. I think there is no border between Lesotho and South Africa. So
why do you say that?
If there is no rain, then there is no border. So like now we have an existence of a river. That's the one that is encircling us now. If there is no rain, there is no border. So probably Basotho are not outside South Africa. All Basotho are in South Africa. So we're here to say, why are Basotho treated so special that they are still having permits to travel around in their country? and they are treated so special. So we do not want that.
But currently, the Basotho citizens are under the Kingdom of Lesotho, which is a sovereign state as it exists today.
Yes.
Hence, when they travel, they will be treated as citizens from another country.
Yes.
Yeah.
We as Free Basotho Movement, we are actually questioning the sovereignty of Lesotho within the Republic of South Africa. We're saying, why should it be there? Why should Lesotho be an independent state within another country, of which we can see that Lesotho is having a lot of problems which it cannot solve? Because the problems of Lesotho are not lying within the country itself. They are caused or imposed by the geographical location of Lesotho within the Republic, because there is no economic transaction that can happen without Lesotho being in South Africa.
What do you think would be the view of the royal family in Lesotho to what you are campaigning for?
Actually, to our surprise, the royal family was supposed to lead the campaign, because this is the continuation of the Moshosho's fight. Actually, the royal family is supposed to be the one which is leading us, because we are saying to our king, our honorable king, that why are you keeping quiet when your people are divided by the river, by the borders which are imposed on us by the colonial. So
when you say to the king, our people, you mean Basotho are also, let's say, in the Free State, as an example? Yeah.
Yes, every Mosotho who is in South Africa, Basotho who are in South Africa are even more than the Basotho who are in Lesotho. So we are saying, why is he not running ahead of us to try and bring all the Basotho under the same kinship?
So if I get you right, you are saying, Mphu, you don't understand why Lesotho should be a sovereign state. It should be part of the South African territory. Geographically, it's located within the bowels of South Africa, so
Perfect.
to speak. Yeah. Secondly, you are saying already in South Africa there's many of Basotho people, and when the river is dry, as you say, there's no border between the two parts. And thirdly, you are saying you are now consulting or campaigning and meeting various stakeholders, and you are hoping to go to South African Parliament. When do you think you're going to do that?
We have given the notice since last year, I think in September.
Any response?
They said they're waiting to call us in, so we don't know when they will call us in. So
you sent a notice to the National Assembly of South Africa?
Yes, but we're waiting for them to give us a date as to present our case, because the most important thing that we need from the South African leadership is to enable us to come on the table with the leadership of Lesotho to discuss the issue, because the leadership of Lesotho is avoiding at all costs to discuss this issue.
Why do you think they're avoiding it?
The most obvious thing is that the leadership of Lesotho possibly is benefiting from the existence of the borders, of which all the citizens are not. So that could be one of the reasons why not.
We've got a minute left, but just to conclude, just paint a picture for our viewers. What would this future look like? So Lesotho will be a province of South Africa. What's on your mind? What would it look like?
Lesotho will be a province of South Africa, and Basotho will be treated equally as South Africans. We think that the fight for democracy stopped too early. In 1994, the fight was supposed to continue because of the existence of those post-colonial borders were supposed to be removed when South Africa reclaimed its democracy. So why do we exist as a sovereign country inside a democratically ruled South Africa? There is no way that there is no reason why we should be existing as a country in a democratically ruled South Africa.
And what would happen to the royal family, very briefly?
The royal family is actually expanding rather than contracting, because we are expanding his territory.
Thank you very much for your time. That's Mphu Liphapang, General Secretary of the Free Basotho Movement. Very interesting story indeed. I'm sure there'll be more reaction to it. We'll try also and take it forward and hear what are the thoughts here in South Africa about a possible integration of Lesotho with South Africa.